The submission is right now open. I will go walk through in that particular module, tell you exactly what to put in that, so that you can get a perfect knowledge about how to deploy the code online, how to get the links, how to get the MVP, how to get 3 minutes video and everything. Okay. So firstly, rewards for the top teams, as we have discussed in the previous video. Okay. So now, as a problem statement was open innovation. Participant can build solutions for the problem using Google technologies, focusing on real challenges. They can be any kind of social issues, cutting to our campus, or any kind of social activity you can see around us. Okay. So, as earlier discussed, that Google technology is mandatory to use. That Google Gemini, AI Studio, Firebase, Google Cloud Platform, any relevant Google technologies. Most probably, you can use the AI and API, Gemini API, or Firebase, or anything else that Google can tackle easily, and Google can see easily through your applications. Okay. So further, right, the actually the meeting will be very crisp. Okay. So right now the dashboard is looking like this. The team dashboard. When team dashboard, you can see there are the registration and team formation deadline has been closed. Right now open, that is submission and initial evaluation. So evaluation is ongoing. Those who have submitted the projects, the submission is ongoing. Still, many haven't. Okay. So guidelines for the project submission. That is, you must have the project deck, that is the presentation. You have to create a PPT and then save it as a PDF file, and then upload over the submission module that I will show. You must have a minimum viable product link, that is any kind of hosted URL that shows a demo to your project. Even if it is not that working, that is fine, or any kind of issue, that is fine. But in the 3 minute video, it is must that you explain your project. The minimum viable link can also show the interface of your project particularly. Okay. It can be hosted through GitHub as well, or if it is possible, then directly through Firebase or Vercel, any kind of technology you have used. Okay. Using Firebase will be an add-on, as it is a Google technology. Again, a GitHub repository link showing the code that you have done is exactly what you are showing in the project. Okay. When the list of Google technology, you have to just mention it over the submission module. The list of Google AI tools integrated, and solution description in the minimum 100 words. So, as it has mentioned, that project must be created after 1st December 2025, so that the API keys and everything you have used must be after that only. Okay. So that no any kind of argument can be generated. Also, the template has already provided on our WhatsApp group as well, on the emails as well as on the submission model also. The particular that uh, template is provided. Okay. So here is the what submission model looks like. I will directly show you. I will just switch. I will share my entire screen. Okay. So here, as you can see that uh, here is the link on which the hackathon is ongoing. You can see the registration has already closed. Uh, Here you get a button from which you can go to your team dashboard. You have already created team formation, and you have registered. So that is the both models are and closed. So here live model, that are project submission and initial evaluation. Okay, so when you go into submissions module, you can see here module button with under that upcoming modules, that is the top 10 page we opened afterwards. But right now ongoing module, that is project submission. In the past, you can see any kind of submissions you have done in the past. You can extend your submission, means you can first submit your first prototype. If you want, you need to change anything, you can again submit it on the same module. Okay, so you can see that the submission template for your PPT deck or presentation is available over here. For it and download the template, you have to select the open innovation topic here. The only option is that open innovation. It can be anything, any kind of problem you have solving. You have to upload their presentation. So we can just go through presentation link. So your name, team name, the team leader name, and department is open innovation. That is already mentioned. Then brief about your solution addressing. You can add images over it. It can make it. The topic should be related to what it is mentioned in the slide. How different it is from any other existing ideas. You have to make differentiator over this slide. Again, further list of features that are offered by your solutions. Then Google technologies used. So you can see that Google is loitering around that particular Google technologies, highlighting that must be a better thing. So process flow of diagram or use case diagram. That means the architecture of your particular application. From the data goes from where to where and where to where. You can just specifically mention over here. So again, that wireframes, doc, mock, or everything was solutions. Uh, means any kind of diagrams you have about your solution, you can just add, or it is an optional site. You can remove it. Here are snapshots, screenshots of your applications. Then additional details if or any future scope you want to add. That is also optional slide. But these optional slides are having weightage. So you add them if you particular uh, add-ons in your features or any future scope, you must mention it. So your data repository link, you can just add your link in this particular. When you download, go and download it from there as a PPT. You can open it in your Google Slides and just add a text over here and insert your link in this particular drive, so that it, as it is a soft copy, we can go on the link and view that video. These are the same links that you have to provide in the submission model as well. Okay, so here is an empty if you need to add something, and this is the final. So the small workflow, you can just remove these guidelines slide. You can just go and delete over this slide and start through this slide. Okay, so here it's mentioned that share your MVP link, hosted URL, minimum viable product. Means any kind of, if suppose here is the application I have developed, and here is link. So from the HTTPS to the hosted URL app or virtual app, you can see many have hosted on the virtual as well. Here it is, because I have used Firebase. Okay, so you can come here and just paste it over here. Similarly, any kind of project demo, you can give your voice to give it a little add-on, or it is a more explainable video, so that it will be easy for the learners to understand what your product is. So YouTube link is must at least up to 3 minutes. Do not exclude that timing, because the timing also has some weightage. So you can just upload a video, taking a screen recording, or you can add any kind of your face cam as well. No issues. It is totally on you, and upload YouTube and paste link over here. Further, your GitHub repository link. So I hope that all of you know how to create a repository. So still I will show. When you have a GitHub, you can just go Google and search here GitHub. You will get on this particular link. You need to sign up. Then you will have this one kind of button named as new. So it creates a new repository. Just name it like TechSprint hackathon. This name, and must remember that keep it public. Do not keep it as private. If you keep it as private, we will be get that link and view that link providing. Okay. Then create repository, and some commands and some helping commands that you can paste it to your code space to get, or you can directly come over here and uploading any existing file. Upload, drag and drop over it, and upload any kind of. Suppose I am taking this file, upload file over here, and comes. So this is just file, but you can go and upload your code files over here, and then see this but code and with this HTTPS link over here, and this is the link. After uploading the code, paste it over here. Okay, here YouTube link, here GitHub repository link, as they have mentioned HTTPS should be there, or HTTP should be there. So check that this is there, this is there, and similar the for YouTube, it should start with HTTP. Okay. Further, you can list the Google technology I used. You can mention simply like I used Firebase, I used Google AI Studio, Gemini API. This kind of things you can write over there. And how I have integrated in it. I can write like Gemini API used for a AI chatbot. Firebase used for hosting. This kind of stuff I need to write over Google AI tools integrated. So means where I have used. So Firebase might not be most relevant, but if you do not have much than this particular only Gemini API, you can just add on any kind of Google technology. So that's all upon you. So it should look more that you have integrated more AI tools, that more Google technologies in your project. And here a short 100 words description, uh, so which explains your project in 100 words, but very easily. The whatever highlighted words or keywords you need to mention, you should check it over and simply submit on this platform. Okay. So again, so if you need to host your uh, product or viable link over there, you can just go to the YouTube and you can see how to host any kind of product, such kind of websites or anything else to this particular website. And if you have do not have any uh, minimal viable product, so you can just create a simple HTML page that can be hosted over GitHub, and you can put it over here. That just explains what is your product. If you have an app, so explainable app link or web page must be created and put it GitHub and just host it on the GitHub. That is also very easy. You can just go and look it over on the YouTube. Again, if you are using Firebase, so Firebase is also a Google tool, Google AI tool. Actually, Ismail will be explaining you very well what Google technologies you can use. You can create a Firebase project, and with the further steps, you can go and host your complete website on this as well. Okay, I hope I'm clear about what submission you need to done.
So, as Aditya explained the process of how you can publish the application and how you can submit your project on Hack to Skill platform, let me just go through the Google's different technologies you can use in your project. Okay, so then the technologies you can use, like the path from a prompt to a product, like Google have multiple products from Gemini AI to Google AI Studio to Firebase Studio and multiple technologies. So how we can use them for making a better project so that it becomes a winning solution. So first, let's open the sandbox. Sandbox is like the rapidly prototype ideas and test model capabilities using Google AI Studio. Google has like je- developed an AI Studio platform, which is a like web-based studio for immediate prompt engineering, which you have required no installation required for this, no setup required, like no external setup required for this. You can just go to AI Studio, prompt your app, and just deploy it using Firebase or any other services. Google AI Studio has a massive context of leveraging over 1 million plus token context window. We will talk about that later. So like it has multiple models, their own models. Right now the latest model is the Gemini 3 Pro, and like you can test multiple prompts, text, images, videos, and entire folders and or files you can get. So how to get your API key from Google AI Studio? Cause Google API key is the most important thing as we'll be using their services. So let me just show you how to get an API key. So first, come here to Google AI Studio. Okay, as you go, let's not get here first. Go to get API key. Just simply click on create API key. Enter any name you have, like test API, and select a cloud project. So here you can either import a cloud project, like maybe Google ADK I have, or you can just create a cloud project. So by creating that means you can add here any name like tech sprint. I just write the name TechSprint, and my API is created here. So I guess there is a problem due to failed project. Well, we'll see that. But just click on Google ADK for now. Click on create API key. Create new key. It will create a key. So here it has created the key. So just copy this key and save it in your studio or a text editor or anywhere, because this is most important key. It will be useful for developing further projects. Now let's go to Google AI Studio, how we can build AI apps using Google AI Studio. So come here, like in build section, describe an idea and recipe generator app. Just simply type it and click on build. So right now using the Google latest model, that is Gemini 3 flash preview, it will create you a basic prototype of your model, which can you later update using different services and different models. You can tune it with your own, like in VS Code, add different features, add multiple things. Then you will have a better product instead of just an small like app this. So it is creating. Let's see what it creates. So you can see here in code it has created multiple pages, components and all. Yes, so it has finally created as a basic output like this. It is, you can just put anything, ingredients, and it will generate a recipe using the Google's API. So what you need to do next, like you have created here, you want to work it better, for create it more properly, you can just go to GitHub icon, click save on GitHub, generate, get a repository name like recipe recipe, and click on public or private account. So here you need to first connect your GitHub repo, then only you will be able to add it to that particular repo. So let create git repo. It will take some time, few seconds, and there we go. We have a first commit, state and commit the changes. Yes, so our repo has been finally committed on Google GitHub. So after going to your GitHub, you will be able to see. Also, you can deploy your app from here only, not going to like other services like Vercel, Netlify. Just click on deploy application, select your Google Cloud project, and using that you can just deploy it over the web application or as a PW application. But remember that the deploy needs to like a paid account. So if you don't have paid account, I will suggest to go through Vercel or Netlify, or like Google also give free credits like free tire. They have free tire program where you get $300 credits for 3 months, that is free. So you can either take that or you can just deploy to other services like Vercel or Netlify. So we have created our first project here. So now let's go to next application. What is next? So recently in 2024, Google developed their new application, like a new AI native IDE, that is Firebase Studio. Firebase Studio is like a very advanced version where you can, like you can also call this that the app prototyper, where you can generate entire full stack application structure from just talking in English. Like it has this agentic behavior in that IDE. It has seamless integration with your Firebase AI, Firebase backend authentication, Firestore, all Firebase functions. You can easily go through it and you can just make your application better. So let me go to Firebase Studio now. So here we come to Firebase Studio. First, like we can go here. We need to log in first. Like I have already logged in here. So if you haven't, okay. So now let's create a new project. For example, let's create a new application. Let's try a simple tipping calculator app to help calculate. Okay, so we can just click here prototype with AI, or if you have your applications like you just committed a GitHub repo back on Google AI Studio, you can simply do as import repo and import that repo, then you can work on same repo in Firebase Studio. So just click on prototype with AI. It will take some time. It will initially make a plan like what it will do, what the basic structure of app will look like, and then you can, as you go further, you can make changes into it. You can even deploy your application on Firebase, Firestore, and you can have a proper backend with the Firestore, and not like other backend services. Inbuilt backend services is there. The best use of Firebase Studio is that you get your like easy backend services without any other requirements. So let's just see why it's taking time. I guess there may be a problem, but let me show you with my. Okay. So I have earlier created a project file flow. So let's unwrap that project and let's see how we can interact with the application, and how we can publish it to Firestore and other services. Take some time. Here you can see like also have Firebase console is there, where you can control all the necessary things that your Firebase application backend has. Here you can use multiple sub settings like authentication. You can simply go through it, and you can even host your app. Like there are functions here, features here, how you can host your app. You can check that. As I told earlier, it requires a billing account. So if you don't have billing account, no worries, you can just simply host it on any other services.
Ismail, the app hosting is actually need a billing account, but the
Yes,
web hosting that doesn't need billing account. Okay,
yes, yes,
that's
yes.
free
Yes, I am
on
going
the
there, I'm going
Firebase.
there. Yes,
Yes.
yes. Okay, so as Aditya told, you can go through web app hosting and you can easily host it in free.
Okay,
But
okay, Ismail.
let's. Hmm,
Till then you can try. I will just
hmm,
explain them if they have a mobile app or Windows app,
hmm.
how they can just
Okay, okay.
host it. So as Omkar has asked that, uh, okay, okay, that's fine. So uh, when the solution is using HTML, like you have application or filter or anything else which runs on the device and doesn't web, then you can just have up your particularly project explaining all the points in that PPT or any kind of explanation. You can just write a full para, give it to AI. So I can just show you to here that I have given just my what I can say the PPT of my project, a short PPT which explains everything in it, and I have just prompted to the please create a very interactive HTML file only based on this website so that I can show that what is my product. It must clear and attractive, which explains my product very neatly. That's it. It has a particular index.html file, which is just a single file. You can just copy the code over here. You can just go in a file manager. You can just go and open a particular folder in the, then just create a index.html file. Make sure that you must create its name as an index.html. Index is most important when you are hosting it through GitHub. Okay, so you can just paste the code over here. Doesn't bother about the this kind of errors. It doesn't matter. The website actually runs very well. You can just check it over after going live, you can see this kind of website is with the help of Gemini API within seconds. Okay, this is just an overview what kind of the system architecture that is mentioned here is experiencing judicially. If it is not, that's perfectly fine, but just you can showcase your idea over here, and you are explaining your whole application that is in your video itself. Okay, you can go to the GitHub. Particularly, you can create a new, then as I have mentioned, TechSprint app. This of repository, create repository, then further upload any kind of existing file. I will choose a file, go to where I have stored. Here I have stored that file. I will upload it over here, commit the changes. Okay, so the kind of interface you can make sure that your file is named as is index.html. Okay, only a single file created within seconds using AI, which showcase project with in the format of HTML, or you can make it as a viable link. You can just create go to settings, then the pages here, and then select on none to main branch and save that. So you have to just wait for a few more seconds. You can keep reload. You can keep reloading it. Okay, it will take some time. Till then, I am showing that if you kind of things like you are creating a website for the app just to showcase your website kind of the link kind of your app. So you can just go here the paste the link in front of this. You will get the link in just a few seconds through the GitHub. You can just paste the link over here, and in bracket you can mention this is only for showcase purpose, as my is Android slash Windows, any kind of or Mac based app. So so that the vigilators or your letters get that this is just for the look or purpose to experience their app. Okay, just need to do stuff like this. Uh, but you have to mention this only in the PPT. While submitting, you have to only paste the link over here. Do not mention anything else here. Okay. So I will just check it when reloading the site. Okay, so you can see I have got the link. Visit the website and see the live link. If I will share it in your chat box, you can also be able to say that seconds back I have created this particular website and posted. You can all experience it with it. Okay, I will just put this link in the description. You can just check it. It is actually hosted. You can now click on it and go on inside. Okay, so that all steps that you can do when you do not have a web based application. Okay, you have an Android application that works locally on your device. Okay,
So it took some time, but I think there might be internet issue or server issue for connecting the Google AI Studio from here. But it is now connected here. So as soon as you create your first project into AI Studio, you can just go to switch to prototyper or just go to switch to code, where you can see like the interface similar to your VS Code but inside a web mode. So you can use Gemini into it, and you can like do multiple things with it. And also, while getting to next step, so we have So we have got into AI Studio to Firebase with Firebase techniques, how you can use your Gemini application and to hosting. So now there are two other things that I want to talk about, that is open router and anti-gravity. Open router is an like API endpoint with 100 plus of open source proprietary models. For example, if suppose you need a translation service of Google inside your application, but as you haven't like paid account, you don't have paid account, and translation service is only available in paid account of Google. So how can we use that service in our application? So we can use it via open router. Let me just show you how it uses. So it is like an endpoint which connects the multiple models to open router, and using open router you can then use your services. So we just came here, we type Google, like they have multiple models: Gemini 2.5 flash, 2.5 flashlight. You can just click on that, you can go down and just create API key. You can see the documentation here, like how you can use it, and into multiple languages, typescripts and all. You can just click create API key, you can generate API key here, and you can then use. Also it has some limitations, cause the APIs keys are like very costly. Open router is a platform which connects as a bridge between both the models, like open open router to Gemini, open router to Claude, open router to OpenAI. It is a bridge between, and it is a very low cost. So for a limited amount of time, you get to use that API key. After that, you are like disconnected from that API key, as it will ask for cost. So for using it for like less time, for just deploying your application and just showing like the services working, you can either use open router, or you can just stick to the Google AI Studio, or like just Google AI API key for showing. Okay, now then next I want to highlight that anti-gravity. Anti-gravity, now I will show again. So what you do, let's close this, close everything. Okay, now we go to anti-gravity. It is like the best platform combining the power of Google Gemini AI models and the IDE. So let close folder. So right here you can open a folder, or you can like just clone your repository, the one which you have been made using the Google AI Studio or Firebase Studio. You can clone easily into it, similar to as VS Code does. Just go here, open a folder. Okay, so it's working. So using the agentic power of Google and ID, we can create, or we can enhance our application even further without the limitation, which like I know Google AI Studio maybe have limitation, like it is the platform where only we can use it in that app only, on Google AI Studio only. But if we take that platform into VS Code, we have to install many dependencies and other things. And here using the similar. Okay, so I will just tell, make an AI recipe app in React using Google AI API. Okay. So I have written a simple create a recipe app. It has two modes: planning mode it will generate a plan, detailed plan, and it will then create an application. Fast mode, it will just task automatically. Here you get to use Google's latest Gemini 3 Pro model, Flash models, even Opus 4.5 models of Claude, and even GPT OSS model. Okay, just go click. So the thing is that here it uses agents, multiple agents, not only just like a Gemini API kill, just like interaction like chatbot. No, it uses multiple agents. We can see into agent manager. Mhm. Like here it is creating. Okay, so it has a plan, a proper plan. So it has created an implementation plan here. As we can see, it, it first analyzes the task. What is the task? Like project setup, we have to initialize React plus white project. So if you compare this to a simple VS code, it just go through the OpenAI API, Gemini APIs, and it just starts creating everything on its own. It never asks us, like, is your task okay? Like, what are the different tasks? So here, project setup is there, core features, and after creating task, it creates implementation plan. How it will implement the services into your next. Like it has even given the dependencies it will use, so that if you want to change anything, you can just change here in add a message review section and just check through the plan. So it using this anti-gravity, it is not fully AI, so it has given permission to us to edit the changes. And even okay, let's start creating. We can see in terminal it had started installing dependencies and multiple things. It will create an application. So I think this is the best the Google has ever released till now. After the o- Firebase Studio, it is the next big thing of Google till now. Yes, Gemini, Google AI Studio is good and it has the features, but if you want to even make it further, you can use anti-gravity for that. It has multiple settings also. You can even change the settings. Yes, user settings, anti-gravity user settings, how you want. Even there is security mode is there, so that AI did not deletes all your folders or files. You can use secure mode. Privacy policy is there. Everything is here. And even after creating an application, it also runs through browser. Like here browser mode is there. Just a second. Ah, in browser setting, the AI goes through your browser, runs the app on localhost, and then reviews it whether the app is working correctly or not. So it gives you idea like whether app is in good shape and health and all. So you can just go, you can use it using different services of Google. Okay, now let's check. I think yes, yes. Okay, so coming back to Firebase Studio, I am like very disappointed that it took time to generate the project. So I had created a simple project in using these services. So you can just use the Gemini mode here. You can type anything and it will then do changes automatically, similar to your code generator. As this generator is doing, it will do the same work, but inside the browser, and it is just doing as an separate IDE inside your laptop or device. Okay, so even you can from here you can publish your application, create an account, link that account to your Google Cloud Billing account, enable Firebase services like different services. It may be authentication, it may be Firestore, it may be storage and all. So you are full control in your with your app.